We're live. We're on. We're going.
A
We're
big
live?
salad.
Big salad. Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is episode 10 of Arc 5 of Better Than Heroes, and it is a very special episode tonight. We've got a special guest. London, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, my name is London Carlisle. I'm an actor, tabletop enthusiast, and I am a Better Than Heroes fan.
Yeah, you are.
I've been watching for years, and now I'm here, and I'm super excited to be here. So,
Hell yeah.
thank you for having me.
Fuck yes.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah, thanks for coming,
very
London. We're
excited.
excited to have you. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 13 Kreen fighter.
I'm Ovredahl, and I play Flute, aka the Windrider, a human bard with a little smidge of Warlock.
Just a touch.
A dash. A dash.
I'm Jordan Dahl, and I play the Moonboy, a level 13 Moonboy who is yet to be corrupted by a smidge of Warlock.
What if we were all just a smidge Warlock?
By the end
By
of
the
it,
end of this?
It can happen.
the writers
fun.
just giving
That's
pretty
everybody
fun.
powers.
I mean, he would.
Motherfucker.
I don't
know.
hate this plot line. All right.
My name's Aaron Urist, and I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
And I'm Harlan Kelly. I'm the dungeon master of this game, and I play everybody else.
Thank you for joining us. Tonight we are going to play some 5e Spelljammer Dungeons & Dragons, and our show is live soundtracked by Jason Wardell. That's right, Jason's back!
Jason's
And he's live!
Listen
That's
to
him playing right
He's
now.
live.
He's making this shit up as he goes along.
Played
What?
a live studio audience.
He's playing lively.
That's fun.
You can't see him, but it is fluid and dexterous.
Use your imagination.
Yeah, I just imagine Jason like
Picture
this
him.
the whole time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
going. Yeah.
All Beethoven.
Beethoven in a leotard.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much to everybody who makes this show possible, to our patrons, to our subscribers. You guys help us pay Jason. You guys help us pay our artists who make this stream better and better every week. They help us pay Scully to reveal her hind parts on every episode of Better Than Heroes.
You know,
You
there is a
guys are the best.
Patreon, guys.
Yeah.
Join for exclusive content.
To see uncensored Scully. The hand comes away. Gross. Okay. All right.
Grosser than usual, faster than usual.
Hey,
boy.
we've got a first-time chatter. Thanks for joining us. Owls
Weird
are
time to
tight.
show up for you,
They
but
are.
thanks for being here.
Owls
Just in
are
time.
tight. If you love the show and you want to see it grow, you want to support us, please consider supporting the show financially. We appreciate everybody who does this already. You can subscribe to the stream. You can join our Patreon. You can pick up some Better Than Heroes merch on our Teespring account. You can also support the show by just following us on Twitter, on Instagram, on
Yeah, baby.
Twitch, on Around on the Street. That's helpful. It boosts our confidence.
Who's outside the window?
Oh,
just a
those are
fan.
our fans.
Just back us up out there, please.
Yeah. Watch our 6. You can also just tell your friends about the show. We really appreciate it. And that goes a long way to making this stream successful and fun. We appreciate everything that you do to make this show better than heroes. It is about time to play some D&D, but first, let's go into last week's recap.
Previously on Better Than Heroes, in Jadorian, as the party's welcome back rave raged into the long hours, Klik followed her far-out friends, Gluck and Aldos, down into the deepest reaches of the Tohr-Kreen psychic center. 3,000 feet down before the resonating psychic heart of the Drasna, in the sanctum sanctorum of the Jadorian clutch, they proceeded to totally smoke major weed. not weed, but like bug salvia or whatever. And soon Klik was tripping balls, riding the blacklight donkey, hallucinating from taking drugs. Right on time, 2 Kreen godlike entities appeared and peer-pressured Klik into a loosely worded, hopefully non-binding verbal contract to protect everything. The next morning, the crew were awoken by Irregular, the honey moss dwarf, who, having returned to the material plane, was jubilant about his impending death. Moon Girl mentioned a friend who could help the party travel quickly across space, and the crew gathered in the Dinger's galley to strategize over a hero's feast of laser tots and angel meat. Flute checked in.
This one is so good.
I mean,
Oh, it got me.
what it was.
I think it's the first time we broke Aaron on one of these.
My own joke.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Carry on. It's a dense one. It's a
Laser tots
lasagna.
and angel meat. Flute checked in with his disciple/stalker, the Breeze Traveler, who had mustered a fleet of faithful fishfolk Flute followers fighting on 2 fronts in the Tears of Saloon.
Wow.
Could consolidating an armada of Kuo-Toa Flute cultists change the course of the conflict? Is an army of fishfolk really worth an army of fishfolk? Could the horrors of war have made the fishfolk a little less extra? Or has it made it much worse? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Incredible. It's good. We have fun.
We have fun.
We do have fun here.
That was dope.
Yeah. All right. So, London,
Yes.
your character is standing out on a usual day for themselves. You are alone out in the astral plane. And before you meet up with this crew, I would love for you to just give us a snapshot of where and what your character is doing. And before you do that, take a tiny second. I've got a little peek here for the stream. They can see it, but I'm going to show it to you and everybody else here on Better Than Heroes if you want to see the character art Jordan did for your character. So, boom.
It's my first time seeing it.
If you peek at the Roll20, you can see it right there. It's very cool. I'm a big fan of it.
God.
Yeah,
Came out good.
It's so good.
yeah.
That is so dope. That is so dope.
Man, you
my
hit
God.
me. You hit me with the best references. You were like Astral Elf meets Sardaukar with like Grave Cleric on top, and I was like, oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Love it.
That is amazing. That is dope.
It's welcome to my life, London, where I just make up some wild ass shit and Jordan just nails it perfectly. So I'm glad you could be here and do it with him. So
Yeah.
this is
I like his little pierogi pauldrons.
yeah.
Me too.
Incredible.
Holy shit.
Oh,
So give us a little intro to this character that folks can see. Miss Nanny Arda. This elf out on the astral plane.
Miss Nanyarda is standing on the grounds of Musbor. Now, Musbor is not a place. Musbor was once a god. Now, people worship gods. Gods are all powerful. But what a lot of people don't realize across the galaxy, across the universes, is that gods die. Just like anything else. where do they go when they die? They are buried on a small corner of the astral sea that floats eternally. Their secrets die with them, buried amongst the stars. Now, as Mistnan stands in Musbor, this gigantic corpse, this husk that is now somewhat desert-like, somewhat cavernous, he looks before him. Without even turning his head too much, he can see a dozen more dead gods that litter the landscape in front of him. He has seen these sights for as long as he can remember, for this is his duty. This is his job. He was trusted with the pierogi pauldrons, and the holder of the pierogi pauldrons has one duty: guard this graveyard of the deities. Now, millennia ago, Mistnan encountered in this sea Aran, god of life and death. Mistnan was the last of the astral elves in his crew to survive this wasteland, and Aran gifted him with a job, and he has done that job well ever since. This place is pretty frequently pillaged by pirates, Gith, and other sorts, but pirates. He's killed them all. He takes their treasures, takes their things, and keeps them stored here on Musbor. Now, as he's here, looking out, he's waiting for something. Another opportunity to enact his duty. Because the wielder of the pierogi pauldrons is important. That's Mistnan.
Incredible. And God, let me tell you, I love playing D&D with DMs. Holy shit, it's great. Thank you for all of that. That was incredible. I'm gonna pause just for a tiny moment. Do we lose Jordan completely?
Looks like his internet.
Yeah,
went
the
down.
pierogi pauldrons thing blasted him into
Absolutely
another universe.
ejected him.
Okay, cool. Cool. Then I need.
It says internet crashed.
Cool. All right. Cool. Give me a tiny little moment.
Internet crashed.
Don't worry. I will take this out later. Hoo-hoo.
Fix it, Harlan.
Yeah, I know. I
No,
wish I
fix
could.
it live.
Fix it now, Harlan.
Cool. Well, London, you get to be Moonboy on our little for a tiny moment here. So.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Just why Jordan comes back. So
we all
and
want to be Moonboy for a second.
You get a little ping here too. As you're standing out here guarding the abyss, as you do, waiting for anything to come by and destroy, show up and maybe threaten this ancient deity, this ancient dead god that you guard. And amongst your things here, you don't need much because you don't need to eat, you don't need to sleep. Time is irrelevant to you out here on the astral plane. But you do have some personal belongings kind of stashed in the entrance here to maybe the core of the dead god, and you see something that you haven't seen move or light up in, I would say years, but you have no idea how long it's been. But you can't remember the last time. It's been eons for you, and you see this small white ball just start to float up and glow. This tiny little moon trinket that was given to you by an old friend, Laloon. This tiny little moon gnome, and too that you have a key specifically for this that lets you track her, that has been carved for this moment. She has kind of given you this gift of always being able to find her if you need to. And you have a small key that has a moon on it as well on the very end. On your long key ring that has these ancient decrepit keys, it's the newest one on there. That is this long silver key that has a carving, almost like it was carved into a coin. This like etching here, and you know that if you put that key in the door frame that you have built inside of your small domicile, that it will open up to where she is.
He's not going to do it.
Great. Okay. Cool.
So he's going to take the key and he's going. He will follow suit. He knows this is the time. Okay, this is the things, and he puts in the key.
Cool. And as he does, this doorway that you have built, it's not a doorway going anywhere. It's kind of like standing alone, and you utilize it often for when you need to go to different material planes. And you put this key in, and you unlock the door, and it opens up, and you see the door. It's clearly a doorway in a ship. And it opens up to what looks like a kitchen, maybe. There's like a large table in the middle and cabinets all around. And you see a large Tohr-Kreen holding a crescent-shaped weapon. You see a mechanical arcane being made out of gold metal, like yellow metal here. And then this very flamboyantly dressed, one-eyed... I was going to say pirate, but that's not fair.
Human being.
Human
being.
A man.
I'm pretty sure they're called pirates.
And not one, but two small moon gnomes here standing in front of you. Both your friend Laloon and also another, what looks like an old, but it's a little hard to tell with gnomes, as they both just kind of like are these small, little hunched over creatures. And crew, you see stepping out from the door of the dinger, which Laloon had just closed in front of you and then opened back up, or closed in front of you and then just has kind of like said, hold on, wait for it. And as she does, she kind of like points, and you all are sitting around eating snacks. Then eventually it lights up with this pink purple energy, and the door opens. And again, I'm just going to throw up the art one more time because it's so cool, and I want to show it as much as I can.
Yeah, that description was so cool that it disconnected my internet. Did it just keep getting cooler? Because it felt like it was going to get cooler.
You were frozen like this.
Open the Ark of the Covenant.
Very good.
Yeah. It really was. Ark of the Covenant vibes.
Yeah. So
Covenant core.
Then I will leave it to you all, as you all are now all in the same room.
Oh, and I'll also mention, before we get started, I did mention my racing class, I guess. Astral Elf, Grave Cleric with a smidgen. Was that the word used?
Yep.
Smidge.
Yes.
Yep.
Dash.
Just a skosh, a dash.
I am a Grave Cleric with a skosh of Horizon Walker Ranger.
There it is.
Oh,
Holy
just
shit.
Oh, very
is that?
nice.
A teaspoon.
A little ranger
teaspoon.
Almond flour?
Sandalwood.
Piquant blend.
I think Moonboy, even knowing that this was going to happen, is kind of eating a big sandwich, and he looks up and sees Miss Nen walk in and kind of looks at the sandwich and sort of does one of those like eye rubs and throws the sandwich away like he's never gonna touch it again. and he's like
Falls onto a spot I just finished cleaning.
and he's like, everybody sees him, right?
I didn't know we were having guests. Yeah, don't throw food. Boy. Who's
Should
this
we be-
awesome guy? Did we know he was coming?
Yes.
Concerned?
She told us.
Laloon is
Yeah,
like, this is
Laloon
my friend, she
specifically.
says, running forward and hugging like the kneecaps of this large, tough dude.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't seen you in so long. He says, Miston, it's been since like, what were we doing last time we hung out? I'm pretty sure we killed like a lot of people, but they were bad, right?
Oh.
I can't remember. We were going wild, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is he sort of a Frankenstein?
No, he's
covered
a
in
sweetie, she says, like rubbing his kneecap.
Would you like some tea? I will set about preparing some think it's already made, but I will pour some tea. How do you take it? Right, got it.
Yeah,
Just regular stuff.
come on,
think.
Kai.
I give them that. I give them what they asked for.
This man takes the tea, takes a long sip. Oh, thank you very much. I don't do a lot of talking. I don't do a lot of talking very often, so it's kind of hard to get back into it. But that tea, delicious.
You like it?
I like it.
Soothes the throat.
Yeah, I'll pour you some more. Would you like something to eat?
We have a hero's feast. You should.
Yeah, you can get
partake.
some. You should
Some
probably have some of that.
cold angel meat on the table,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
will.
Still
no,
enough.
there's some left over. I'm gonna run to the fridge and get some of the hero's feast from
Sure, we
Miss
can
Nan.
microwave the angel meat or something.
It doesn't reheat
Is that
well.
what your hoagie was
Get
made
up.
out of? Angel meat?
Yeah.
Stacked.
It was a hero made of hero.
Yes, it was better.
Better than that. Yeah. It was like a grinder.
I'll take it. Yeah, that sounds quite delicious, honestly. You know, I open a lot of doors, but I don't get greeted with such hospitality a lot of the time.
You know,
We haven't seen each other long enough. She's like, every time you walk through a door and you find me, I make sure you're fed. Laverne says.
You do, but the various companions that I meet, some are nicer than the others.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that comes with the job, guarding the ancient tomb of a god. You tend to not meet the
is that
most
your job?
kind people.
It is my job. Comes with great benefits, medical, retirement.
Fabulous.
but
Which ancient dead god do you guard?
right.
Oh, are you familiar with all of them?
No, perhaps
Are
in
you?
layman's terms. I might be. Am I? Dungeon Master?
Yeah.
How many dead gods do I know?
Roll a history
for
check.
me, it's dead gods, do I
DC's
know?
30. Roll a history check.
I mostly know the good ones. Like the main ones.
Main ones.
No, I don't know.
The reason for this stream?
Well,
The reason for the season. Yeah, no,
I
I
guard-
did not get a 30.
Musbor.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know that one.
Musbor, god of colors.
Oh.
Those colors are now faded. The colors are shown no more.
Yeah.
I guess that comes with the territory.
Did you know Loon says that there are colors that used to exist that don't exist anymore? Because it's true.
Yes,
It does.
indeed.
Very
So
interesting.
he was only the god of some of the colors?
Some of the colors. They used to be better,
I've heard of this.
presumably.
Mega purple. I've never seen it.
Yes. Yeah.
Mega purple.
I've
Yes.
heard of it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, because the
was going to
god is
ask if
dead.
that's-
Yeah, Loon says. Yeah.
I was going to ask if that was the color of your visor, but I can see that that's just regular purple.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think Mega Purple is out there, but like we can't see it. Only like shrimps and stuff can. It's probably all around us.
I'm actually hoping that one day I will find Mega Purple again. I would love to see it again. I've only heard the tales, only heard the lore, only heard the ancient things about it. But
You,
Perhaps we can all see it together.
you know what I like is indigo, because it's kind of a trick color. It's like, is it blue? Is it purple? What's going on there?
I once prayed
this
about
god
that.
Did you? But this god, your god, didn't do indigo.
Look,
Because that's...
Laloon
answer.
stops and she's like, "Look, he's on vacation right now. Don't talk to him
Right,
about
you're
work."
right, you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
I have something.
Sorry.
I didn't know he was here on vacation.
Yes,
You
he's
said he was
leaving
going
his
to-
guard. He's leaving his post of guard for you all because I've cashed in one of my favor chips to conjure him here because as I told you before, he is a door freak. He knows that he has. You know exactly. Thank you. She kind of like giggles a little bit in like this old lady little way. She's and she's like, Miss Nan
fun.
is a very powerful being that has been entrusted with great secrets of the world, and one of them is the ability to open doors that cannot be opened. Show him your keyring. She says, excuse me, would you please show them your keyring?
Yes, of course. And he shows this key ring with all of the old crusty keys and then the newer one as well.
And she says, and like I said, he can open many doors. I mean, these are very good at getting places that are usually avoided. So if you are trying to get into, she looks at you. If you're trying to get into the Tears of Saloon, and you're trying to be able to crack open the last hold of the Meridian track, then I'm fairly sure he can just get you straight there.
So you're like the building manager of our dimension?
In a way, I just kind of, this is secondary.
Yeah.
Right, not even. You're just a guy who has the keys
Basically,
to the
exactly.
dimension.
I just happen to be the guy that has the keys to the dimension.
Not to diminish. I just mean that in the sense that your job is unrelated specifically to the key.
Yeah. In
Yes.
fact, I think people whose jobs it is to regulate portals would be very upset if they knew he had these keys.
Oh no! What happened to the Moonboy?
He's
Going
going
out to make another hoagie.
Yes, those portal people, I hear they're quite frustrated at the situation.
Interesting. We know one of those guys.
Yeah, he's
He's a good dude.
I'm
sure
very
we could-
particular about
anyway.
how things get done. But
That's true, but hopefully it won't become an issue.
I've had
So
a
you're-
tense relationship in the past, quite honestly.
He's a
With-
pretty affable guy. Although he did tend to resolve the misuse issues involving the misuse of portals with extreme prejudice.
well.
yeah, he was more of a violent government representative than.
But he was nice.
Yeah, I'm just
I mean,
saying, like,
Talon-
maybe the people that represent the Portal Commission should be going around blasting people's heads off.
They were like, you're right. That's true. They were
My
like
experience-
He
horrible
was
dream
cool.
monsters.
I
though.
was all for blasting people's heads off. I'm just saying, he's not exactly like
They deserved.
on the up and up.
They were horrible interdimensional monsters.
Sure.
Not like metaphorically, literally. That's what they were.
Being on the other end of things isn't always the best. I wish I shared your experience with the portal people, but I don't know. Perhaps maybe I just had a bad day with them.
Well,
Or a bad year, hour. Again, time is fluid where I come from. So I don't know how long I'll actually be gone. Hopefully.
Tell me exactly
Not too
what
long.
you're defending your god's corpse from.
Pirates. People wanting to steal secrets. People traveling to the astral plane just to reclaim pieces of these gods, hoping to get power. I stopped them from doing that.
not a
Interesting.
friend of the Undying Queen, says Laloon, nodding and and
Is
you would
she-
know too that the Githyanki city
Right.
that the Undying Queen rules over is often trying to break into various dead gods' tombs.
Oh, so they're trying to recover artifacts or.
Yes, there's even some light necromancy attempts that have been happening, trying to bring these things back.
Reanimate your god?
That sounds
That's
rough.
Not necessarily
ambitious.
the ambitious,
Very rough.
yes. Not necessarily the god of colors, but other gods, other more quote unquote dangerous gods. I stopped that.
I don't know. What
At least I
could
tried.
we do with the power of deep purple?
She says, "Well,
Excellent question.
Laloon is like, well, Miss Nun, she's like, these folks would like to go to the continuum tier, to be able to make it past the silver door, or next to the silver door, the last holdout of the Meridian Tract. This material plane is a bit chaotic at the moment, and there are the colony, this organization of mind flayers, has taken a strong stance, and but the organization known as the Meridian Tract has caused problems as well, and these folks here are doing the best they can to, I would say, restore order, but I think it's more of saving the world. And you hear a throat clear as that happens, and this blue, large-headed creature that is like floating with his legs crossed glides into the room, and you would recognize, the crew would recognize this as Aldous, but Miss Non, you would recognize this as an Ortling. These creatures that have innate psionic powers, and often, and their culture is just very known for kind of being very attuned to things in the world that folks don't often see. And Aldous floats in and he goes, yes, hi, you, the folks here. May I, he says, I was eavesdropping and I would like to participate in this conversation if that's okay.
At that moment, Moonboy snaps out of his fugue state that he dropped into. Oh, thank God I'm still here. I dreamt of Mega Purple. It was beautiful.
Just fell asleep in a large pot looking for food.
This is what happens.
You're literally eating a meal right
this
now.
Is
you
what
cast
happens
a whole spell.
When you leave chicken bones out, it's not my fault.
You don't need to be looking for other food. We have
instinct.
food here.
Chicken bones all over his mouth. This is going to be hell tomorrow. You have to clean up the bones.
Yeah, I will sort of clean up Moonboy a little bit and get him back out there.
That's actually what I want on my gravestone one day. You always have to clean up the bones. That's my life's philosophy.
Laloon's like, I knew you all would get along well. Yeah.
It's like a quote, Worms.
So, you would be willing to use your special key to transport us to the Tears of Saloon?
Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. Key is yours.
Oh, you're not coming?
Sure.
Laloon says, well, Miss Non.
Laloon, I think your friend's been drinking. Smells like alcohol.
She's like,
He's just going to give us the key to another dimension.
That's what dead God
smells like. You know what we could do with that?
That's not alcohol.
I don't know where this key goes.
Ethanol. Sorry.
No, Laloon is like, she's like, well, Miss Non, you would be happy to know that there's a Baelnor involved in the Meridian Tract. This, and I know, as you, a elven lich, a lich of the Fae.
Is that Ventress? Is that what he was?
And Aldous interrupts a little bit, and you can kind of see Laloon get a little annoyed. As Aldous is like, yes, there, he says, when we met before, I've told you and shared with you and still am a member of an organization known as the Fourth Ring. And we believe that the world has been sold, that the world is going to be destroyed, and there is a date. It is an agreement made by those in power, and we believe that the Meridian Tract made that agreement. And Moon Girl interrupts. Exactly, and she's like, and the Baelnor, Callidius, Ventress's father, she gestures, she's like, is very involved with the Meridian Tract. And Aldous is like, yes, we have, we do believe that Callidius is still pulling the strings of the Meridian Tract, even though Ventress, and she's like, even though they killed Ventress and have handled him, and Aldous interrupts him, like, yes, but also they have faced Ventress since. Is that not wrong. He is clearly back from the dead, which means he could be a Baelnor himself. And she's like, exactly. So that we could be dealing with 2 Baelnors. The Moon Girl said. She's like, so Miss Nunn, it seems like up your alley, and you might this might be something you want to go with this crew and solve.
Yes, I believe so. So, Aran is the deity that I worship. Aran gave me my powers. Aran is the god of life and death. While traveling through the astral sea one fateful day, I encountered Aran traveling along their way. Baelnor, detestable creatures to Aran. It would be my honor to fight alongside you to take care of this.
I knew you would help.
Brad.
Okay, this guy's fucking cool, right?
This guy's really cool.
I told you, said Lulu.
Yes.
I thought at first that you worshipped the god of colors, but you're actually like a cool, great guardian guy,
right.
Guardian of dead god.
Yes,
which is very
it's
cool.
one of the more comfortable ones to sort of ride around on. So
It's way cooler than
You
sort
can
of.
ride around on dead gods?
Yes.
yes.
Like
You
a
ever have any
surfboard?
downtime? Like, it's a lot larger than that. Imagine
Rad.
a vessel, a ship. Imagine a large ship.
doing it.
But it used to be
Imagining it.
alive?
Yes.
Oh
Interesting.
yeah, there it is. Ew.
Can you?
What? Do you remember that time
Do
we
they just,
partied
like-
on the Fist of Tenebris and got that red dragon super drunk? Do you remember that, Miss Nan? That was super
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
That was wonderful.
The Fist of Tenebris,
cool.
crazy spot. He had to
Yeah.
get chopped up to make sure he never comes back. She said, and each piece of him has just got something terrible inside of it. And
Yes. Yes. And I can see your faces. It's not as gory as it sounds. A lot of these, I promise, a lot of these deities have been long dead. The corpses are calcified. It's more like stone than flesh.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's cool.
But you still might stumble across a nipple or something here and there, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
most
you get
definitely.
anything.
oh, the
Every
nipple's
once
a
in a
good
while.
time. Those are
Every
fun
once in a while, you
forests.
crest a hill and, oh my god, huge god
That's where
hog.
the secrets are kept.
In fact, the only lone piece of Vatha, the god, is just a nipple. A big circular structure that floats through the astral sea.
I have heard the expression
Sounds-
Vatha's nipple before.
Yeah.
Vatha's nipple.
Super fun to sled down, says Laloon.
It's like a ski resort.
Gods are so gross. Just put him in the ground
astral plane
like
is-
everybody else.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Strange. No.
And
And look,
Aldous interrupts psionically as well as verbally, kind of like in your minds, and he's like, excuse me. He says, I believe time is of the essence. My informants have told me that the Meridian Tract has pulled back all of its ships. The Elven Armada has retreated and has barely been seen, which means that they are. My guess is that means that they are leaving this world, because we used to believe that they were the ones, especially when Ventress was in charge. We used to believe that they were the ones who were facilitating the end date, the destruction. But now that this information about the Dark Star, the Undying Queen, has been shared with us, we're not sure what to make of them. But we at least know that they are either fortifying their last holdout, known as the Continuum Tier, or they are leaving piece by piece. So I believe time is of the essence. And Moon Girl's like, oh, sure. Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, sure. If you have that vendetta. And he looks surprised. He kind of like looks surprised at Moon Girl's callousness and is like, what? He says, this is very important. We should go there and stop them, or at least figure out what they're doing, because it could hold an important piece of saving this plane of existence. And Moon Girl looks back at him. She's like, I think the only thing that can save this plane of existence are the people standing in this room. And Aldous kind of looks weird about that and nods and says, either way, I would love for this door to be opened and for you all to go see what you could find there.
If
Right.
we're going to... Go ahead, Moonboy.
I was just gonna say, Misnin, I know you're on vacation, but let's jam.
Hell yeah.
And then you hear
Right.
the Rocky Talkie go off.
Ah,
And you hear a voice that is familiar to you.
What's that?
I guess Misna is not familiar to you, but you
Communication
can tell. It's like
device.
you can tell that it's like when two computers that are on the same Zoom call are in the room together, and it's like they're like taking it like the delay echo kind of like go off. A voice said, Windrider. Is this the Windrider? Come in, Windrider. It is Breeze Traveler. I am using one of my 3 tokens, charges. I'm unsure of the name of them, but I'm using one of my
Hold, please.
moments
Can I
to be
borrow
able to contact you.
Flute?
Can I borrow
Flute, it's
someone's
for you.
walkie-talkie? Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Windrider, come in. Starman, maybe Starman.
This is Flute. This
Starman,
is
could
Flute.
you hand it?
Yes.
Oh.
no, do the Windrider voice. He wants Windrider.
He knows the difference.
Do the Windrider voice.
Not certain he does.
Moonboy tries to grab your buckle and flip it over.
Miss Nunn, you just see a tiny little
It's
moan.
curiously stuck. It doesn't seem to be easy to move.
You just put a hand on his forehead and he can't really reach it.
I'll lean over to Miss...
Exactly.
I'll lean over to Miss Nan and say, there's a cult of Kuotoa fish people that worship Flute here as a god.
Really?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Flute. I would... sorry to interrupt your call.
No, it's fine. It's probably not important.
I just wanted to say I would be honored to guard your grave one day. That's all.
Well, thanks.
Hey, there you
not
go.
a god,
I loves a
but-
cult.
Pretty good. People believe in you.
Sure, I guess I'll let the Breeze Traveler know. We were just strategizing about coming your way.
Oh, he's like, I saw it in a dream. I've been thinking about what our last conversation a lot. I've been playing it over and over in my head. And even though I'm in a wartime situation, it's still been really bugging me. And so I thought about it a lot, and I thought it is time to share with you. We have created a teleportation circle upon our ship. I don't know if that's a good idea, and you might be embarrassed about the weakness it opens up on the infiltration of this information gets out, but I trust that this is a secure line, he says. So he's like, if you would like
I look
to
at
come
the
to our
rock
ship,
in my hand. I'm like, God, yeah, it probably is.
wonderful. He says, well, if you ever need us or need to run away and find us, he's like, you can always come here. And he says, the number is 555, and he gives you the arcane glyphs for the teleportation circle upon his ship.
I could teleport. What's the name of his ship? Did he name it? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think they did.
It's something that's based off of the Dinger, but I can't remember exactly what it is.
It's like the Ringer.
The Ringer,
It's the
there it
Ringer.
is. Thank you. Yep, that's it.
Hilarious.
Because it's a
great.
dead ringer.
So,
It's a dead ringer.
and so I will say this isn't me as a DM saying do that. It's more of you now have 2 options of approach that you can do in either order. That is, you have the teleportation circle glyphs, and you also have this key, which Miss Non, goes directly into the entrance of the Continuum tier, which is the Meridian Tracks Fortress. So you have those 2 methods of approach or exit that you can do in either order.
Yeah. And I would relay that it goes directly there. And, just have everybody decide whatever seems like the better option.
I'll ask the Breeze Traveler what his current situation is. Is he besieged? Is he? Yeah, exactly.
He says, no, we are, he says, I am commanding my fleet to be able to hold back the insurgents of the colony, the Mind Flayer folks. He says, we are holding the edges of Carpri the best we can, but we've been pushed back onto the edges of the Tears of Saloon. Yeah.
This is... Sorry, this is amazing. I love it. These guys used to be like prisoners of these same Mind Flayers, right?
Mm-hmm. The Breeze Traveler did not, but there are many Kuo-toa that were. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's how it started. That's how their whole religion got started up.
Yeah.
That's how the fish cult got started. Yes, is that you all freed Kuo-toa from a Mind Flayer ship. Yeah. The Breeze Traveler just found out about it later. He was not there.
Yeah.
He heard the story and got
cool
really excited about it.
Yeah. I want to be part of that.
All right, Breeze Traveler, we're gonna figure out a plan, and I'll let you know what how we'll be arriving.
Absolutely. Thank you. Sounds good.
Thanks for the runes.
Dad, sir, one more question. Do you feel like this was a good use of one of my charges? I need to know. Was this appropriate? You gave me a limited amount, and I assume that's for a reason. I just wanted to see if this was...
Yeah, you know what?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I told you, he says, and he hangs up and it disconnects immediately as he's just like yelling at
I just look at the rock and I'm like, okay, well, we've got another option. We've got the runes to teleport directly onto his ship if we want.
I think it's really beautiful and sad the way he admires you.
Yeah, it's something that I'm gonna have to deal with at some point, but
he's probably
down the road.
He's probably mortified that he hung up all
You
quick.
still think
Probably
that you
did
can
it on accident.
You still think you can shove this whole thing back into the hat, so to speak?
and
you can just tell them.
Miss Non, you see a second
folk
version of Flute walk into the room and say, "Yeah, do you think you can just keep shoving this down? Like, you got to be responsible for it." As the rider walks in.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, he says, and he leaves the room.
I think I kind of catch Miss Nan that he's like not a bad dude, or that he is a bad dude, and I kind of look at him and I'm like, it's fine.
Okay, I'm here for a lot of things, but judging is not one of them.
It's fine.
You can judge
for
him.
now. Yes, you can judge him. We had to
He's a
talk about
demon.
it.
He's an actual demon.
Oh, okay. Sorry then.
Or a
What
devil.
the fuck?
Sorry, a devil, not a demon. Whatever.
Kind of a son of a bitch, kind of part of the team. You know how it goes.
Unclear.
Yes.
Yet to be resolved. Issue.
Yet another thing that Flute is just kind of kicking down the road here.
Yeah, it'll probably be fine.
I think it'll be fine.
When are we going?
Now, right? What are we waiting for?
All right.
Did you eat some of the angel meat, Miss Nan? Did you have some of this?
I don't know if I do. Do I know it's angel meat?
It's just called that.
You know that it's good looking food that we're offering you.
Yeah,
It's not actually made from angel.
It's
made from a different celestial. Well, it's.
I thought angel
It's
was
called angel meat.
You should have called me.
angel meat.
It's like
I've been
imitation
going around
crab.
telling
You know how there's, like,
people
vegan
that I
versions?
love the taste
Yeah.
of angels.
You know that how
now
there are,
I look like a
celestial-
crazy
other-
person.
Other type of celestial people. Yeah, but not all the
Imitation
names
angel.
of the things that I make for you are completely literal.
Yeah.
Like angel food cake.
Like a hover
just saying
crumpet.
maybe-
All right, that's a literal one. The hover
Wait a
crumpet
minute.
is a crumpet that hovers.
Wait, are you telling me there's no angel in angel food cake?
That
I
I
always
do use.
assumed there
You have to use
was.
real
This
angel
is
to make
ridiculous.
angel food cake correctly. I do use
I
it for that.
also love that Klik is grossed out that it's not angel meat.
I mean, you go around telling me it's
so
angel
upset.
meat, and then it's like I thought I had a taste for angels. I've been dealing with
Right.
that morally,
Monkey
on
bread
my
isn't actually
conscience.
made from monkeys.
and I've finally gotten what?
Buffaloes don't have
kidding?
wings.
This is unbelievable.
Oh.
I'll be in my room getting ready
Anyway.
and crying.
Never seen a real buffalo.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But
they
anyway, the
do
angel meat
have wings.
is It's not vegetarian, but it's not actually made from angels.
As you kind of
I was going to tell Mistnan the boons that they get from the food.
Sure, yeah, go for it. Yeah, please.
Sorry. You get 19 additional hit points. You get you're cured of all diseases and poison. You are immune to poison and being frightened, and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Good night. Okay, cool.
Right?
Just 19 bonus or 10?
19 bonus hit points on top of your hit points.
Perfect. Thank you. All right.
Temporarily raises your
Sorry, Harlan,
max.
go ahead.
No. I actually, with that, I need Moonboy here for a second. As right before we get a break, as you kind of like stomp off, you
No, wings on buffaloes. Ridiculous.
you run to the Moon Girl, and she kind of like follows you out, and she's like, Moonboy.
Hey, sorry, I'm stewing about monkey bread. What's up?
I think it's the right thing for you all to go in there and really stomp the Meridian Tract and make sure that they don't pull any triggers on spinning away the world. Because I believe that that's what Aldous is saying, is that they have intentions to spin away the world. But I just need to make sure you know. In fact, Oli encouraged me to make sure that you know. You might run into things there. If their plan was to spin away the world, then you might run into things there that are of Lunastera, and that might be moonish. So I would encourage you to leave those things be. But she says, follow your heart. If you need to bring them back, you can bring them back.
Moonboy kind of thinks about this, and he gets this sort of quizzical look on his face, and he's like,
Sure.
Were they there?
No. But they know they know how it happened.
And he gets really serious. And he goes,
Then I'm going to find out.
And she takes a big sigh at that, and she's like, okay. But she says, there's nothing in there that you can ask me and Oli. But, she says, I'm just saying you might find things that are you don't want to know. And I would just tell you, if you just want to never think about serial ethic, which I found out. I went and rewatched that and realized I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
It is serial.
No, it's not serial ethic. It's
it's not.
It's serial. Now I can't even do it. That's why I changed it. Doesn't matter. It's serial ethic from now on. But
Okay, great.
Anyway. I was just rewatching it and being like, wow, I absolutely at some point changed the pronunciation of this. She's like, so she says,
Been a long time.
there are some things in. She's like, if you just want to not know who serial ethic is, that is okay. And no one should tell you what your name is. Only you should tell people what your name is.
He kind of looks down at one gloved hand, and it sort of glows with a little moonfire for a second, and he's like, perhaps I don't want to know.
I don't think that's a bad decision.
Perhaps I have to. If Cyril Ethic is still in here, then I can't just ignore him. I have to confront him sooner or later.
And she nods and she says, this is why I waited for you.
I feel like I'm not complete. Like there's a space in me where something wicked hunkers. I will pull the strings if I find them. I'm sorry. I cannot promise you this.
Roll an insight check. The first time we've rolled so far in an hour.
That's good. That's good role play.
Yeah.
Come on, TNT Beyond. There we go.
I rolled earlier. I rolled a 2.
That's true. That's true. Going for
I
a
rolled
30.
me-
That's
I rolled
true.
me a 2 earlier.
Right, you're
21.
right.
21.
Boy.
21.
Stay.
She, you know for sure that she's not going to give you more information right now, but she 100% feels sad about that answer and worried and knows more than she's letting on.
Sure. I think Moonboy knows that, but I think he knows what he's got to do. And
Yeah.
I think he gives her kind of a little bow and almost like a weird salute, like muscle memory. And he's like, I don't know where that came from. And he kind of rushes off to his room and grabs his backpack and and pulls a can out from a corner and opens it. And there's monkey bread in there that's all moldy. And he goes, I don't even know who you are anymore. He throws it away and walks out with his backpack ready to go.
Incredible. Incredible. And with that, we're going to cut to break. Before we do, I just want to give another shout out. Thanks for being here, London. I'm so happy to have you playing with this crew. I love Miss Con. London, if you are an avid viewer of this stream, you might know London from, he was a guest on The Dungeon. He also played in one of our one-shots, but he's also the GM of Spot Hidden, and he's a player on Paizo's Drift Crisis. So as well as many other things. So we're just happy to have you here, London. Please shoot him a follow in all ways that you can. Even
Go follow him. Think about how
go
dope
follow-
that character intro was, and then go follow him
good.
everywhere.
And the character art, come on.
Bro.
Crushing it. Guys, we're crushing it tonight.
And with that, we're going to cut to break. See you all in just a second. We're going to take a second. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We're going to drink, pee, and we'll see you in just 5 minutes. No,
Okay.
absolutely.
No way. Very
We're
dope.
back live.
So
Absolutely not.
we
No way.
we love to be silly and then get serious when like
Absolutely.
you
When it's time to ruin Harlan's encounter, we get serious. But
We
until
love to be
then,
s-
it's
time to
pretty
get
silly.
serious. Speaking of which,
Very seriously run away.
before we leave or teleport anywhere, K.A.I would like to catch up real quick with Papa Olifenticulus.
Sure, yeah. Absolutely. So you can kind of even peel off from the crew for a moment here, and
Either way, wherever he is.
you find him down by the helm room, and he's talking to Dingham Nidris when you go find him, because he is noticeably absent from the hang here. He's kind of parked his chair in the kitchen, and his chair is in the kitchen, but him and Clang, when you are trying to find him, are down in the in the helm room where Dingham Nidris is.
I will bring him a plate, since he was not at the hero's feast, with some
Thank
nice
you.
seared angel meat.
Wonderful.
Some
He's
of
just
the
like,
good
I haven't
laser
had
tots.
fangel meat in a long time.
Yes, taught me how to make it.
He says, "Oh, he's like,
Taught me how to hunt angel.
He says, Kai, I'm so sorry that I know that our time was beautiful and wonderful, and we were each other's only friends for a while. But I just want to say that it's been difficult for me to remember both the things I forgot when I knew you, and to also remember our life together at the same time. Because as much as I have altered my own memory to," and he kind of like laughs and he says, "maintain," he says, Mir also altered it plenty as well, and I've been having to sort through what I wish to forget and what he wished me to forget. So I apologize if I have been less than friendly to you.
Thank you. You haven't done anything. You don't need to apologize.
This is beautiful, says Dingham Nidris over, watching it all.
I'll smile at Dingham Nidris, and I'll put a hand on Oliphanticulus's shoulder and say, you were a victim of what Mir inflicted upon you. It was not your fault.
It was also the consequences of my own actions, he says. I need to also take accountability for putting myself in that position, because I had a debt to pay that was my responsibility.
I understand, but your guilt over that is part of your journey, and that journey is a part of your life that I was not there for, and I cannot understand, because your memory has been altered and much of it is changed or gone, and that's in the past now. So
he nods at you and says, thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you.
I have, it looks like we're about to leave again. We need to try to concentrate on affecting change in the places we can control. And if we can find out what the Meridian Tract has been up to and all their machinations, we might be able to find a better way forward. Right now it feels like we're feeling around in the dark.
He nods. Please, he says, find a better way forward, because I wish to not. He kind of sighs and says, I don't want to save this world by destroying it.
I don't want that. I don't want that either.
So he looks at you and he says, please find a way to save this world.
I'll do my best to fight for all the people that I love.
He chuckles a little bit and he's like, you built your own body just to be a part of this world, and I love that. He says, I've spent so much time trying to run from my sadness and run from my influence, and he says, and I really admire your ability to see what you love and follow it and protect it. And he says, I'm too old to do that. I feel like I know too much and have done too many things. And he says, so I'm glad that you all, your crew, the crew of the Dinger, is taking up this mantle, because I am just glad to not have it, he says, as he's kind of like tinkering with, he's like shaving away some stone on the very bottom of Dingham Nidris, and Dingham Nidris is like, yes, that's fixing it.
As far as I can tell, we're fighting for each other.
I agree.
I was very angry for a very long time.
You should.
And I began to feel like I was fighting not because I loved my friends, but because I hated my enemies. And I don't want to go down that path. I don't want to be just a weapon. But we have to fight. So that's what we're going to do.
He looks at you and he says, if you don't want to be a weapon, then be careful what you destroy.
Do my best. I've set the Kreen Artificers and their crews to work on fulfilling a number of orders to begin a couple of large projects, and it looks like we need to leave, so I was hoping that I could leave these plans in your hands and you could consult with them. I know you need to rest, but
He says, no,
I could use a hand in making sure that these projects move in the right direction so that we have them when we need them.
I'm absolutely looking for a reason to stay busy. So He says, there are shivers in my mind of me creating a device to unravel everything, so I think that I would rather put things together with my time lately. And he says, but they keep mentioning piss barrels?
Yes,
Is that important?
this is the thing. We need a better first line of defense than purely piss-based technology. And that's what they're doing. In the sort of continuum of like Bronze Age, Iron Age, the Kreen of Jadorian are living in the piss age, and we need to bring them forward.
Arrested in
Out.
the piss age.
Out of the piss age.
The piss age.
Is it a problem if I shirk their piss technology, though, or is it something I should attribute to their culture?
No, the piss thing we were largely responsible for ourselves. We mostly encouraged a guy who really got attached to a single piss-related success. Really defined his career going forward, and he became really of a PC. That's the
yes,
one.
I have seen his initials on many pieces of work in and around here. He says,
Indeed.
his work is quite good, even though if it's a bit eccentric. And he says, I will both make a nod to his work and also move on from centralizing it. He says, I understand.
He is very talented, and my advice to him would be keep doing what you're doing. Dial the piss back
Yes.
95%.
But you still need
Now
the
that's
5%.
control.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, this is Jordan speaking. What if they've made incredible advances in piss-based firearms and stuff?
You know where
That's
piss
a good
cricket
point,
is
actually.
right now,
And now
right?
we're telling them to pull it back.
No, that's a good point.
Do you know where piss
You're
cricket
right.
is, Jordan?
No.
He's on, or he's at least he left on the Ringer, Breeze Traveler's ship. So,
Yes.
See, I mean,
No,
they could have piss lasers by now.
He's doing great work. I'm talking about the infrastructure that he has left behind in Jadurian.
Yeah.
We have seen the cauldrons. They are not being cared for. They are not being cleaned.
it's a passion project. So cool. Olfanticulus nods at you and says yes, and it's like absolutely.
Damn it.
And
Yeah.
he kind of like shuffles off, and Ding Homnidris is like, "See you soon, big boy." And
I will-
Olfanticulus, yeah.
Before he leaves, I will be sure to give him the plans that I've been working on, which include the cannon that we were working on, the larger scale Arcane Obliterator, and then also the plans for the updated ship.
Yeah, and he will take those with him and nod.
And I
he
will
says,
also-
good work.
And a couple of other projects that I'm working on. If you can get to these, take a look at them if you have time. We have the sort of outline that Flute made for his gauntlet here.
Cool.
And also this shield. I would appreciate if you would take a look at it. Some of the defining equation of the piece. It relies on a very interesting arcane principle. I would appreciate it if you would give it a look.
He nods at you and he's like, interesting. He says, you. He looks at you and says, I've never known where you've come from. And that's, your mind is like no other, he says. And that's coming from me. And everyone tells me that. And he kind of like nods. And Clang goes, "Rock!" the bird at you as he walks away and narrows his eyebrows and puts his feather up and is like, I'm watching you. But it's just kind of, it's not really malicious. It's more of just like,
I would wink at Clang if I had a human face, but I do not.
he's just being protective of Oli. And
Very slow animatronic wink.
Yeah, I will
Where
turn
one
my
just sort
like.
of flutters shut. Yeah.
I'll turn my like triple eye that I have that's behind the monocle to a winky one. Just
and
does it every couple of seconds.
he wanders off distracted, and kind of like in fully back in his zone of he's not great at socializing, and he even is like dealing with a lot right now, so he's having a hard time connecting with you, who he loves. But as soon as you hand him this stack of papers and designs to go through, he's back in his zone and is like walking off distracted and focused on these things.
Nice.
And so if you go join back up with the crew, like what's the next move for you all here?
I will exchange just a general pleasantries with Dingham Nidris.
He says, I hear you're maybe going to move me on another ship. He says, weird
about
and
it.
cool.
Something you're interested in. Good.
I am interested
It's
in.
a possibility.
He says, I
promises.
love all things.
And
Looks spooky and weird.
He's become a real
Very
perv
good.
since he had a body.
you have a little taste of the flesh,
dude.
and now
I know what calves are now.
yes, you've seen the muscles.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about calves.
About I didn't have. I had a. It is called a fupa.
I want to wear a crop top, he says.
I want that for you. We'll talk about the astral plane again. When I see you next. And I'll go back upstairs.
I googled summer wear.
What is banana hammock?
Meanwhile, Miss Nana's wearing crop top bone armor. If you look at the art.
Hell
Make a
yeah.
note of it.
For sure.
Cool. So what is the crew joins back up, and Laloon fully has a buzz going at this point, even though it's like the mid-afternoon, and
Just
she's
day
like,
drinking.
she's like, Miss Nun, you're gonna go with him and fight? I can't go with him because I have things to do here and things to see to with Oli, but.
Swirling a margarita.
Yeah.
I had stuff to do around the house.
Drinking, playing mahjong.
Yeah.
Yes, I will accompany them. They have my club. And he shows his great club that you could probably see in the art.
Whoa,
Big
that
hunk of
thing
thing
is-
that has pieces of bone sticking out of it.
Is this God's bone?
It is God's bone, yes.
That's incredible.
But one of the lesser gods.
Did you make this? This is a beautiful piece.
I didn't make it. I was gifted it. Yes, what was that?
Robbed a god.
No. So Iran. This is Iran's turf, right? I'm just sort of like a lesser lieutenant of Iran. Iran is life and death, all that stuff.
And
I was
the-
just kind of outfitted with this, with these things.
Yeah.
by the Iranian military.
Yes. Yes.
You could say.
Be nice to our guest, Aaron.
Clip it.
That took me too
Me too.
long. ARAWN, not IRAN.
Yeah, no, yep.
I definitely spelled it wrong.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that it wasn't. I knew. But I'm too much. I'm too much of a stinker. I'm on the stinker's gambit, and I can't help myself.
I didn't get it.
That's funny.
a stinker.
Stinker's gambit.
Stinker's Gambit.
Do you all want to do
That's
anything
what I
here
said.
before you leave Jadorian and either go through the teleportation circle or the door? Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
I mean,
No, I think it's time is of the essence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a move on.
In fact, Aldous
do
is
it.
floating around and fretting. It's kind of being like, if you're going to do it, please do it. And but what's the move here? Like, you all have two approaches. One is straight into the
Moonboy's
action, and one is
gonna
not.
kind of look to Klik and be
Wait,
like,
what about?
like, Klik, you have the most military experience. Or I mean, you have the most fighting experience. What do you think? What do you think? The door or the portal?
Less surprises if we go through the portal, right? We go directly onto a ship with people that we know on the other side. What do you think about what are the pros and cons of the door, Miss Nan?
What would I know about the pros and cons of the door? That is
Roll a history
question.
check. Roll a history check.
All right, cool.
Wouldn't take one of somebody's spells to get us there.
15.
Cool. You have used this door only a handful of times because you know enough about the Meridian Tract to know they're not people you're generally interested in. They're elven folks that are like very militaristic, and also the Calidius, the Baelnor, has been in charge of the Meridian Tract for a long time. That you, as you know, and you've never been friends with him, but you have this key because it's just been part of the ring since you've got it, and you've had to go there a couple of times, and you know it leads into a closet that goes right into the entrance of this Meridian Tract holdout. So you don't know what the state of this place is like. You haven't been there for a long time, but you do know that you will go straight into things if you, I imagine it as a real Luke Scott, like a episode 1 walk off the Millennium Falcon in the.
Gotcha.
In the stormtrooper suits.
Gotcha. So I'll relay that. I'll be like, there will be more stealth needed.
Hold on, I lost audio. I don't know if everybody
for me?
can hear you, but for some reason I can't.
You can't hear anybody, Harlan?
I can hear.
1 second.
I can hear.
I can hear.
I can hear.
Surely hear.
I can see.
I can
just
see.
you, Harlan. Everyone can
They can hear us.
hear us.
Oh, I'm back. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Hey, they're back.
Yep, we're back.
Bam.
Go for it.
All right.
Sorry.
Here's a question. Do we have anything to say to the Breeze Traveler or to the worshippers of the Sinker in general? Do we have anything to talk to them about before we go do this other thing that couldn't be an email?
Don't think so.
No,
But I have to say, I mean, and I hate to disagree with you, Klik. I know you are the tactician here, but jumping out of a closet seems pretty cool, right?
I mean,
Just freaking everyone out.
I'm not for surprises, although we have defeated Ventress, three times now? 4 times? 2? It's anywhere between 2 and 7 times.
It felt like 3. The second one felt like 3.
Yeah.
What would the alternative be?
You just go through the front door.
Right.
Do we even know where the front door is?
One way to find out.
I mean,
I feel like if we want to go...
If it helps with any decision making, I am not the stealthiest of people. I'm more of a head first kind of person.
Don't worry, I'll take you under my wing.
He's a real door freak.
Door
like-
freak. Yes.
I feel like being door freaks is the answer if we're going to the Meridian Tract. Otherwise, we can always use the teleportation circle later. Although we could I don't know.
Yeah, if
Either way
things
could
go
work.
wrong, we can always get out to the teleportation circle, I suppose.
Yeah, Miss Nen just
Nice.
takes the keys out, jingles them. We have this.
Oh, he's doing his thing, Laloon says. He's
I
doing
say
his
let's
thing.
do it. Let's do it right now.
Oh, man, that
We
means he
got the
wants to
door
go
guy.
in.
Well, we'll use the
wait
door.
though.
We have the door guy. Let's use the door guy.
If
I
we
agree, but
run
what
into-
about... We don't know how long we're going to be gone. What about... Goat?
Goat, the pod will keep.
Will it?
Malzor is tending to it.
I
Yes.
thought there was a clock on that. Was there not?
No. It's
Okay.
for the purposes of this story.
Withdrawn
No.
It's actually the opposite. It's good to spend time away because that
Right.
clock starts ticking.
Okay.
It's been
Got it.
stalled. Yeah.
Got it. But if... So, there's no danger of leaving and then we can't
Never
bring
coming
it
back. I mean, that's all.
We got the door guy. We'll
Do
be
I
fine.
believe him?
We got the door guy.
I mean, mechanically, you just know that the spell is happening no matter what. The only thing that's prevented it so far is that you've been on the astral plane where time doesn't happen. And so
Right,
it's
right,
good
right,
that
right.
the
I'm
pot-
sorry, you've
pot is
already
cooking.
cast the spell,
Yes.
and now the fruit just needs to ripen.
Yes.
And she will come back regardless.
Basically,
I
whenever
thought-
we are ready to complete the ceremony, we can have a little birthday for Goat.
But what if we're not here?
Then Malzor will take care of it. I've shown him
He
the
can
way.
complete the ceremony.
He can complete the ceremony, and we'll return when Goat is ready for us, I suppose.
Good. That's it. That's all I had.
Okay. Well, let's go get the breeze traveler, huh, Flute? Get your buddy.
Wait.
Is that
All right.
Are you doing closet or are you doing door or circle?
I think we're doing door.
Door.
Jingles the keys.
Once again.
Well, the door is not Breeze Traveler. The
Door's not
door
Breeze Traveler.
is
Yeah.
inside the base. The Breeze Traveler
I
is
know,
a
but he's
circle
on.
in
We're
the
going
ship.
to the planet where he's on.
He
right?
is
That's
close.
the-
that
like-
has been
All right,
established.
cool.
is that
I
he
just
is.
wanted to
Yeah.
make sure we were all.
He needs
I know.
you, Flute.
Andrew and I both got
Even
worried
now,
that there was-
he
Yeah.
prays for you.
Should we talk to him first?
He only gets 3. I don't think we should use another one.
Even if
Well,
we call
I can
him?
talk to him unlimited. No, I can talk to him as much as I want.
Let's just
Um,
go through the door,
Let's
you
just
maniacs.
go. It's a whole thing. Why don't we
That's true.
leave the Breeze
We have a
Traveler
guest.
in reserve? And
Good. Yeah,
if we
we're-
need the Breeze
sorry.
Traveler, he's only a call away.
Okay. I want to call him.
Call him on the way.
Call him.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're in your hands, Miss Nan.
All right.
Good hands,
Let's-
says Laloon.
Have you?
Thanks, Laloon.
Laloon? What is that?
Drunk?
How did you guys meet?
You involved?
Do I smell
Getting that
ethanol?
vibe.
Oh, that's just
What
me.
smells-
I'm sorry.
What smells like dead god?
Spins the keys around, whoosh, takes the needed key, and presents it to the door.
Yeah.
Everyone's ready.
You open when
We're
you
ready.
crest it. There is. You all see this like white shimmer of light just frame the gap between the door and the door frame, and when it opens up, you see in front of you about 6 or 7 scimitars hung up on the wall, 3 or 4 mops, and a few different boxes of what look like edible mushrooms, like growing.
It smells terrible in here.
And there's in this small like less than 10 by 10 room, you see a wooden door that seems to be growing out of the ground like a tree trunk that has like filled the space on the other side of the room.
I love it.
Loon says, "Good luck. Shut that door quick. We don't want anyone else coming back through here. Go, go, go," she says.
It's not. Nobody said that was an option.
It is. Once the door's open, you other people can step through. Go, 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 she says.
Yeah, we're gonna hustle through, even though there's a smell.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Right.
Oh, it smells like burnt popcorn.
So yeah, everybody fully stepping into this room and closing the door behind you, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
You all are very squished in here at this point, too.
Moonboy, what is that?
Hey, boy, just noses in my butt.
Oh, my
Fly
pauldrons.
Whose sword is that?
It's not a sword.
Hang on. Is there like a keyhole or something? Can I like?
No, it's just a handle to go. Like when you shut the door
can't-
behind you.
To like peer out of this
Like,
room.
look out. Oh, yeah.
Let's roll a perception check.
Okay.
Roll a keyhole check.
The old keyhole check.
What's your keyhole modifier?
It's a natural 1.
Yeah.
Keyholes
When you
can
lean
be
up toward
hard
the
to
door,
find.
you smack your head on the door, and the door open.
Ow! Whoops! And I fall out.
Yeah.
No, God.
Everybody else besides Moonboy can roll a perception check.
Oh my God.
Miss Dawn, you can do so.
Good
As soon as I go through the
Advantage-
closet, my belt buckle flips around to the Windrider side. I got 11.
22.
21.
Hell yeah.
7.
Cool. Miss Gnome and Klik, you all both know that you are in danger right now. You see 4 of the ships that Klik, you especially would recognize, these like moth-winged ships that you would recognize as Meridian track ships that are parked along the edges of the dock of this bay that you are, like this asteroid bay that you are in, and you can see along the top edges of this dock, it's just like this asteroid cut out into the northwest of you. You all are kind of like coming out of the eastern side, but on the like toward the north side of this room, you can see a large silvery door, these huge silvery gates that are just now clicking close as you see 4 or 5 black suited with green trim Meridian track members march out and toward the ship, and you see 2 other standing guard by the edges of the ship over there. And Moonboy, I'd love for you to roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay. Is this a...
Would you say that the ships
Can I
sitting
try
on
to
the dock of the bay?
telepathically yoink him back into the closet and help him?
Yeah.
Can I try and
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can roll a stealth
Thank
check
God.
straight up because Klik is helping you with her psionic pull.
Okay, great. All right, okay.
Nice.
I don't see a map at roll 20. Are we?
Not
We're
bad,
not
not
on the
bad.
map yet.
Okay, with Klik's help, I roll 24.
Oh boy, what a fucking stealth check! Because I rolled a natural 20 and did not get what I needed to. There.
Nobody sees
24
it?
really does it. Yeah, I had a +3. I got a 23. so,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Wow.
And you see this
We've
group,
rolled
like
4 dice this game, guys. This is what has happened.
most of them badly.
yeah.
Right?
So Moonboy face plants out here and Klik, like as you hit the ground, you just get yoinked back and the door
Yeah.
like shuts but doesn't slam. As you see like this very burly elven woman with like large, very in the same way elf ears stick out, her eyebrows are like up and out, and she just like looks over at the door there and like looks around and then like keeps walking with the rest of the folks walking
Good
out the silvery
Lord.
door.
Moonboy goes, fuck! I think I swallowed a penny.
Why did you have a penny in your mouth?
It was on the ground. No,
did
wait.
you
I'm
get it into your
retconning that. I heard it's good for motion sickness.
Interesting.
Swallowed it.
So there's a door directly in front of us.
So there's a small door for you to step out of this closet. There is another door behind you that you all just step through that you close that you could open again if you wanted to, and then there is a this like huge silvery gate in the side of what looks like an asteroid that you just saw a glimpse of as the door
Right, that's
flew open.
outside though, right?
Yeah, outside.
I'm going to I will reach out through it and I will let out my familiar Essner out of a crack on the door. This little mechanical hummingbird will fly away from my hand, and I will have them stealthily take a look around.
Sure. Roll a perception check and a stealth check.
Stealth check first. That's going to be a 24 for Bessner on stealth.
Wow.
Nice.
Go, little girl, go.
And a 7.
God.
Oh, she's got a towel just covering her eyes, huh?
She has to flitter kind of like, she has to shoot out of this door.
She's so
and,
stealthy because she's facing a wall.
Yeah. She has to kind of like flitter to the top here, and she gets a bird's eye view of this, and she sees these 4 ships, and she can kind of see the canopy of magic that's on the edge of this dock that is preventing this place from being seen. But she can't get much else besides it seems like this group of elves are marching toward one of the ships here. There's 7 elves in uniform on the dock that you can see, and there's a large silvery gate built into the rock as well.
All right. So the only entrance into the rock that I can see is this big silver gate.
Yep.
Cool. It looks like they're getting onto ships. Maybe they are getting ready to leave.
Leaving is bad. Can we stop the ships?
We've got to catch up with them.
Yeah.
Maybe we could...
Is there like a disguise in here or something? Could we say we're janitors?
Yeah,
Who
it's just
says that?
It's like it's just like a cleaning closet, or
Yes. Yeah.
kinda-
It's a utility
It's
closet.
an outdoor
There's
utility
mops?
closet.
There are
There's
mops.
mops?
There are buckets of mushrooms
Okay.
being grown, and there are scimitars.
All right, everybody who can, grab a mop. I'm gonna try something.
Grab a mop.
Just grab a mop.
Right.
Just follow my lead.
There are 8
Click
mops
will-
in here.
Click will just use chameleon carapace and
I
sort of you watch the chitin on her body sort of get a little bit holographic and disappear into the wall behind her, and she's not invisible but real tough to see.
All right, Klik doesn't need to grab a mop, but everybody else, grab a mop.
Yeah, you watch as K.A.I sort of goes all pixelated for a second and then just turns invisible.
Okay, Klik and K.A.I don't need to grab mops. Everybody else, grab a mop.
Miss Nan just says, "Pass without trace."
All right,
I thought you were just
Okay,
saying
K.A.I.
pass.
Klik and Miss Nan don't need to grab mops.
Look,
Flute, grab a mop. Oh, Windrider.
I could turn invisible too, but I feel bad, so I'll grab him out.
Yeah.
I would never. Windrider, I would never ask you to grab a mop. It's so uncool. Okay, nobody has to grab a mop, but just follow my lead.
And he's going to grab a mop, and he's going to slowly nudge open the door, and he's just going to start mopping towards that big gate.
I am gonna grab a mop, and I'm gonna make my glamour armor look like just kind of a disheveled, kind of like the tunic you would expect to find on a Meridian track janitor.
Yeah, like
but I'm
Absolutely.
riffing it because I've never seen a Meridian track janitor.
Cool. Roll a history check with disadvantage, and then everybody roll a
Janitor
stealth check.
outfit.
This is how we die.
Everybody roll a stealth check. Klik and K.A.I, you can roll with advantage, but
I got a
everybody can add
12.
plus 10 because you added.
I got a 12 on my little outfit.
Wait, an additional plus 10?
No.
Or
you cast Pass Without Trace, right?
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
the
yeah.
plus 10 of Pass Without Trace.
Cool.
But K.A.I and Klik can roll with advantage because they are camouflaged.
I got a dirty
Thank
20.
goodness.
Amazing.
24
With the plus 10?
with plus 10.
Also 24.
Cool.
32.
And so, I mean,
Where
Klik,
the
you got
hell
a
did
30.
Kai go?
'cause You rolled a
Good night.
He didn't go
am
invisible. He
invisible.
just ceased to exist.
flute. What did you get?
On the history, 12.
12 on the history. Yeah, you look like a. You just look like a Meridian Track member, like these uniforms they have that are like very sleek and black with green trim, but it is like wearing the Dickies version of that, where it's like very boxy and oversized on you, and you look stupid. But
You're wearing the Spirit Halloween version of the Meridian Track janitor.
but
Got
what
all
did
the
you
folds
what
in
did
it,
you get on
like
your
the
stealth
big
check?
clean folds. Yeah, thin.
Not. Give yourself some Converse or something so at least you look like a Jolo.
Moonboy looks at Windrider in this outfit, and he goes,
Nice.
It's like the Meridian Track porn parody.
What'd you get on your stealth check, Flute?
What?
What'd you get on your stealth check?
Oh, I didn't know I was also doing a stealth check.
Sorry.
"We're blending in.
And
We're
with Pass Without
janitors."
Trace, I'm adding how much?
Plus 10. Because it's the wildest spell in the game.
It'll be a 34.
There you go.
Do we all add 10?
Oh yeah.
We all let. Oh well, then I got a dirty 30, baby.
Lord. Yeah. I get the lowest with a 24.
Wildest game in the.
Yeah, you and I both got the lowest, and it was still a 24.
Good night.
So you all see, I think with this too, you all see as you walk out of the broom closet and you with the mops across the way.
Definitely doing that. trying to act casual.
Yeah. And because I rolled 2 natural ones on my 6 perception checks.
Let's go.
You all see the Meridian Track members not boarding the ship, but escorting Meridian Track members off of one of the ships that have seems to have most recently landed. And there's now 12 Meridian Tracked members here. These like uniformed elven folks that are walking back from the ship toward the gate. And you all kind of like spread out, like just like move away from them, kind of leaning away from the door.
Yeah.
But they walk back toward this large silvery gate, and one of them steps in front of it and pulls out a staff and holds it up. And as it does, you see all of these pieces of the gate just turn and move and illuminate, and the gate moves up. And as it pulls itself up, you can see this large, verdant room in front of you. This very, like, green, grown room. It looks like a forest almost, but you can see the edges of it, and you can see the walls, like a garden growing up around all the edges. And there's a large, like, shimmering portal on the northern side of the room as well that seems to not look like one of the floreal portals that you've seen before, but instead have this like silvery shimmer that looks like it just looks like something like wavering.
Have we seen it before?
Like a melted window almost, just like flickering back and forth down into a deeper woods. You can hear bells ring in your ear and this like whistle a little bit. And there's a couple of other doors that seem to go deeper into the fortress in and around, but standing on top next to the portal, you recognize a figure almost immediately. I'm not going to make you roll for this because as the gate opens, you see Ventress standing there next to it, and someone standing over him that I won't make you roll for either because you have seen a picture of this person before in the Vault of Ventress. You see Callidius the Baelnor standing next to Ventress as they walk, as these other Meridian Track members nod at them as they come through, and they step forward and they're starting to walk toward this gate. And I think that's exactly where we're going to end tonight's session.
Good lord, okay.
Cool.
Wow.
Hachi-machi.
Oh boy.
Hachi-machi indeed.
Oof.
So yeah.
Cool door. Good door key you got, Miss Nan.
Thank you.
Got bad guys behind this door.
Hell yeah.
Some
more
cool stuff
importantly,
going on.
Some cool mops.
Some nice mops.
Free scimitar.
We didn't take any of these free
Are they
mops,
magical?
you guys.
Should have eaten some of the edible mushrooms, frankly.
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, yeah. 30.
Yeah, they're all +1 mops. Just so.
Yeah, +1 mops.
Hell yeah.
Clean the shit out of this
like
deck.
magic eraser.
Nice.
They're magic.
They're actually really expensive.
We should take some
And they were
of
just
these.
sitting in a closet.
Cool.
Wow.
London, thank you so much for hanging out, for making this great
Yeah.
character, being here with us, and riding this roller coaster.
Thanks for
London,
having me.
Carlisle, everybody.
Of course.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody who came out to support London. It's cool to have you in chat. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, y'all.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks for checking out what we do. London is the GM on Spot Hidden Show. You run a Call of Cthulhu game on there, right? Yeah, as long
I do,
as,
yeah.
as well as many other things.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Oh,
see
I
you,
can say
Miss
things?
Man,
Yeah,
hit
please,
somebody with a
please.
club.
I was just going to name the list of things that you do, but you're much better at it than me. So if you have other things you want to shout
Plug
out, please
them.
do.
It's plugs.
Pitch.
Yeah.
Plug.
Go follow
Pitch.
Spot Hidden, where we play Call of Cthulhu and some other games. We've played a lot of Pendragon as of late, which is a great game. Other than that, you can see me as Tam on the Great Starfinder. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Starfinder stream that Paizo does called Drift Crisis. Check that out. That's all on YouTube. If you're in the Sarasota, Florida area, I'm in a play at the Florida Studio Theater that opens next month. So check that out if you're there. But that's all my stuff. But also thank you for having me here, and I can't wait to play again next week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So excited to have you
Be
back.
back next week.
We got to talk about Starfinder.
For real.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Me and
I love
Jordan
those
have been
little
wanting to
rat
play
guys.
Starfinder for forever.
I want to be a little rat mechanic so bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I was a halfling with a drinking problem that lived in space.
Yo,
done
Sam,
that.
tag yourself, huh?
I've done that too.
It's a ton of fun.
Tag me
done
next
that
time,
IRL.
London Jesus, all right? Just because I'm short. Yeah.
I feel seen.
All right, great.
hidden.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We will talk to you next week. London will be back with us next week as they start a fight in the last holdout of Meridian Track.
Yeah.
Now that I know this is a
not gonna
plus one
fight.
mop, you better believe I'm going to strike someone with it.
Seriously.
Yes.
See what happens.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than he.